fantastic restaurants all around Florida, but this is finally one that's speaking my love language. Danny, thanks so much for having us. Tell us a little bit about Plant Based Mafia.
Well, Plant Based Mafia is an Italian restaurant. It's 100% plant-based, but it's plant-based for everyone because you're gonna come here and have foods that you're familiar with, especially if you grew up on the East Coast, Long Island, New York, Jersey, Philadelphia. If you love Italian food, you're gonna come here and eat our food, and you're never gonna know that it's 100% plant-based and very authentic.
Danny, I think I'm as excited as you are because I love your slogan behind it.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family. That's what we are at Robert Slack. That's our motto. We're a family. And to walk in and see that, I knew this was going to be a good place already.
Yeah, I think it helps too with our, obviously the restaurant space, labor is very difficult. So when people come here, they work for us. We do treat them like family. They feel like family. We give them a lot of creative license too, especially in the kitchen, because we are a young company. We're only open for a little over 1 year, but we've been designing the company since 2015. We're expanding now, opening up several more locations in the Orlando, Tampa area, but we want our chefs and cooks to have a lot of creativity. They'll call me at 2 in the morning and go, I have an idea. I go, well, let's hear it.
So how did this all start? You said 15 years ago?
Started in like 2015.
2015.
I was living in California and I developed a blog called Heart Disease Mafia. So I ran into some cardiovascular stuff in 2014, and by 2015 I started to adopt more of a plant-based diet. It transformed into Plant Based Mafia because we realized we have all these delicious foods we're cooking. Let's do this restaurant thing and we'll open it up. It was fantastic, and this is where we are. It turned into 6 years later or 7 years later, here we are.
I love the motivation behind it. Something that probably was a little scary for you. You turned it into something very positive.
Yeah, absolutely. And the mafia thing though too, the word mafia really comes from the word mafioso, which means swagger, boldness, and beautiful. And it just turned into this dirty word. I'm like, let's take the word back. We're not gonna run from this Italian thing, right? The mafia, but we're also, as Italians, we've contributed so much. Let's take the word, turn it on its head, and do something really fun with it.
Where do you see yourself in this business in the next 2 to 3 years?
50 locations.
Wow.
We're going to transform the location into what's called a limited service location. So you're going to get the restaurant feel, you're going to get the family feel, but it's going to be more of a quick service style where you order your food and sit down and we run it out to you. But we're going to make sure that everything that we do feels just like you're sitting in a restaurant, the Italian family environment. Ultimately, our long-term goal is like 200-300 locations, sell, and go live on an island. Got it all worked out.
I'm going with you.
I'm going to come for you to find me an island, so put one in
well,
there.
Please, we'll find you an island. Are you seriously telling me all of this is 100% plant-based food?
100% plant-based. No animals have been harmed in the making of this food. So not only is it 100% plant-based, but it has to pass the palate taste test. So if it doesn't taste 100% like the food we grew up on, it doesn't make it to the menu.
All right, what do I have here?
You got the kosher cowboy. It's a spicy chicken sandwich with coleslaw, pickles, house-made spicy dressing, provolone. It's on a brioche bun. Some people come, they'll drive 30 miles just for that sandwich. It's absolutely delicious. It's one of our biggest selling sandwiches.
Kat, what do you have?
You got the Big Bambino. It's our big house salad. It's one of our bigger selling salads. It's mixed greens, chicken, dried cranberries, candied pecans, our house-made vinaigrette, raspberry vinaigrette. It's delicious. The apples and topped off with the blueberry sweet ricotta. This is one of our bigger sellers. The rolled and stuffed eggplant, phenomenal. Meatballs are our signature, like our sweet heat marinara is where it all started with our meatballs. And then you got your cannoli. That's a deconstructed cannoli. We have the cannoli chips in there. It's such a delicious dessert. It's fantastic.
So Danny, normally I get excited about the dessert.
Yeah.
That is so good. I'm not even thinking about dessert yet.
It feels home style.
It is. That's our goal. The biggest compliments that we get is when we have the old school New Yorkers that come and they're like, this really tastes like the way my grandmother used to cook.
I just love what you're bringing to the Palm Beach area. This is very exciting, and best of luck to you with the
Thank you very much.
expansion. Can't wait to see you all over the state.
Us too.